It is conquest time, ladies and gentlemen. We are playing on Laguna Prescia, and I do call it Prescia. I'll explain in a second, but the first thing you want to do, if you're playing the Russian army, definitely go get B first. Mainly because the Russian spawn is very, very close to the B flag. It's a lot closer than the American spawn, so definitely go for B first. And just to let you guys know, and I'm sure most of you guys already know this, but in Conquest, there are 3 places that you can spawn. You can spawn on a squad mate, you can spawn on a flag, and you can spawn at your base. And I'm sorry if this sounds preachy and I'm talking to you like you're some sort of a noob, and hopefully you're not offended by this at all. I'm just trying to kind of give some tactical input as to how I play Conquest. But with that being said, since you have 3 places to spawn, that really devises the strategy down to 2 main nicknames that I've given to these 2 different portions of tactical strategy. And the first one is called bottlenecking. And bottlenecking is something that I've just named it myself. And that's when you capture the 2 flags that are closest to your base or your spawn, because obviously there are 5 main locations on Conquest maps. That's the enemy spawn, your spawn, and the 3 flags. So bottlenecking is you capture the 2 flags closest to your spawn, and then you trap them with the flag closest to their spawn and their base. So that's more so the fairer way, quote unquote fairer, but really we all know it's not fair when you all just set up around a position and spawn camp. But it's not as severe as the second tactical input that I have for you. And the second tactical input, I hate saying tactical so much. Do you guys know what I mean? It's like something can be so dull, and then when you say tactical, it makes it awesome. You're like, oh man, that's just a spoon, man. No. Dude, it's a tactical spoon. Oh, a tactical spoon? That's awesome. I like that. And much like these 2 guys with their marshmallows and their tent and their sleeping bags up here, I don't know, why are they so close to each other? Are they like holding hands? Are they having some sort of a pillow fight? But I apologize about getting off topic, but the second tactical method, there I go again. I said tactical again. I apologize, but the second tactical method that I call it is called going for the jugular. And there are a variety of reasons why I call it going for the jugular, but I will explain that in a second before I actually explain what it is. Okay, going for the jugular is where you capture all 3 flags and you trap them inside their base, or their spawn, if you want to call it that. And that is basically the cheapest and most unfair method, because once you trap them in their spawn, they are so done. I mean, in the beginning of a Conquest match, it's on like Donkey Kong, but once you've got them trapped in their spawn with all the flags captured, they are done, okay? They are toast. And the reason, I'm going to explain it to you now, the reason that I call it going for the jugular is that's one of the easiest ways to kill a human being. I know that sounds very severe, it's very gory, almost asinine at the same time, but if you want to kill someone, go for the jugular, and if you want to eliminate an enemy team or an adversary, go for the jugular. And number 2, and I know this is kind of cheesy, guys. I apologize if I'm sounding cliche or some sort of arbitrary commentator here, but the second method, or the second reason that I call it going for the jugular is because it makes their tickets bleed very fast. I mean, I heard that in a DICE patch or update. And after the update, it just makes it so once you have all 3 flags in your possession, the ticket bleed of the enemy team goes a lot faster. So that's why I call it going for the jugular, just because it involves bleeding and it involves eliminating an adversary or an opponent very quickly. That is my whole spiel on my strategies. And oh yeah, guys, if I sound a little bit different, it's because I'm actually recording on a new microphone. I decided to hook up my Astro A40s, which is an absolutely gigantic yet delicious headset, and if you guys don't own one, I would not exactly recommend buying them just because they're so expensive, but they are the best gaming headset. I tell you what, if someone is breathing on the map like 20 miles away, I can hear them breathe. And also, another feature of these headphones is that it makes you hear fear in the air. Yes, I don't think a lot of people are used to smelling fear, but when you have Astro A40s on, you can smell the fear and hear the fear. How cool is that? Okay, I know that makes no sense, guys, and of course that's totally ridiculous and outrageous. I'm just trying to boast for the Astro A40s just because I really like them. I'm not trying to be an Astro fanboy or any of those things, but as you can see, the microphone quality is quite good compared to what I was using previously, but that's beside the point. Now let's talk about Laguna Presa. Alright, Laguna Presa, and as I said, I'm going to explain this now. You remember at the beginning of this commentary I said Laguna Presa? Well, that's because on this map, I am always under pressure. That sounds kind of cliche, and maybe even a bit childish, but I'll explain to you why. Alright. I always call this map Laguna Presa, obviously because I'm always under pressure, but that is because there are so many bush monsters, okay? That's the main reason that I'm not exactly a big fan of this map, okay? Laguna Presa has vegetation, and with vegetation comes bushes, and when you have bushes, you have bush monsters, or woolly bears, whatever you'd like to call them. And they are notorious for camping and not playing the objective, and that does not make me very happy. I'm not going to make it a rant about how I hate recon, but I'm just telling you how I feel. And the reason that I call it under pressure is because I'm always on high alert because there's so many campers, and I'm so ready just to get shot in the back. So that's the reason that I call it under pressure, because I'm always really, really tense and I'm really stressed when I'm playing this map because there's so much cover. And I actually have different names for different maps, believe it or not. You know, of course you know Port Valdez, the snowy map. Obviously you guys know that. What am I saying? But I call that one the Danger Zone, and that's named after the Kenny Loggins song from Top Gun. Have you ever seen that? You ever seen that movie, guys? It's great. You know Tom Cruise? Tom Cruise, you silly bastard. You make me laugh. Not with you, at you, but you make me laugh nonetheless. Now, the reason that I call it the Danger Zone, Port Valdez, the Danger Zone, is just because it's kind of like a highway because it has roads, and there's always constant simulation. You're always in a firefight with the enemy team. There's not a whole lot of downtime, so that's why I call it the Danger Zone. And if you guys have not seen that video, Kenny Loggins, the Danger Zone from Top Gun, X out of this video right now. In the YouTube search bar, put in Danger Zone Kenny Loggins, best song of all time. And that's science. I'm not even lying to you. That's science. You got to listen to it. Just, highway to the danger zone. Oh, I know I'm a bad singer. I do apologize, but listen to that song. No lie. Listen to that song. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Obviously, we win because our team is so good. That sounds egotistical, but I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.